loose motif sweaters driving borrowed jalopies, we were cerebral hucksters out to plunder the second-flight antique shops of eastern Iowa, western Illinois. The odder our finds, the brainier we felt. Uncover some hand-wrought gimcrack, write an article about it, read that aloud in class, then seek publication in some journal suitably obscure. Our Roman professor stressed the long view, advising us, "Sapete sempre che voi siete stranieri, in un paese molto più strano." And this, being a state school, he immediately translated, "Always know you are strangers, in a land far stranger." That day I'd already spent 80 of my allotted 100. The haul so far, one rural mailbox made in a 1946 shop class and shaped like not one or two, but 3 Scotty Terriers, 2 white, the middle one black, whose conjoined mouths accepted letters, parcels. 1 pink chintz hostess smock, edged with so much 1940s rickrack it looked all but Aztec. And my best, my hands-down, ironic, iconic find of the week, one handsomely lettered 5-foot sign explaining, "You've got to be a football hero to get along with the beautiful girls. Therefore, go Tech." This kind of joke was then thought smart. And no one lived more enslaved to fashionable smartness than a hyper-educated boy of 26 with his 29-inch waist and, so Mother always hinted, a colossal IQ. I look back on him with a curatorial mixture of pride, amusement, and pity. I think he condescended to the very loot he intended to praise and save. But surely that problem's built into taking a graduate degree in self-taught artists. And yet the kid was a student, thereby admitting he had a little something left to learn. We'd clocked our many country miles that long Friday's picking. Classmates were now bound back to Iowa City in a borrowed Ford wagon. I followed in my overloaded Jeep. We stopped for gas and bathrooms. Then the others waved goodbye. Though tired and hungry, I still felt greedy for one more $20 prize. Proud as I was of my football pep squad board, I knew I'd not yet found this outing's it. I imagined discovering in every dairy barn I passed some primitive oil portrait done of Lincoln when yet a beardless state legislator here. Looking back on my startup self, I at least feel stirred by all the lit-up detective attention. Peculiar to the young, this expectation of discovery. I miss such crazed daily belief. Maybe I knew even then that the word belief springs from the German for beloved. My friends swore they'd save me a stool at the Hamburg Inn No. 1. The Blue Plate special, this being Friday, was surely fried fish. Sunset offered a limitless salmon orange. In one farmyard, a tractor tire on its side, painted white, had been filled with soil, then white geraniums. Dusk now turned these all the colors of a campfire. Tidied fields shadowed toward something sinister. And should that huge rooster be crowing right at sundown? In my corduroy's pocket, just the 2 tens left. I'd had my fun, but I sped through a pretty little town called Laverne, just as its propane gasworks and beauty parlor, itchily called Luann's House O'Hare, reverted to corn-green countryside. My Jeep banked a curve. I spied one abandoned grocery gas station, and against an eventide inked Disney red-green-gold, one colonial sign dangled. Its girlish freehand promised Theodosia's Antiques, real and imagined. Only thing reasonable here, our prices. Well, hell, somebody's thinking, I said aloud. I aimed my Jeep toward an unlit store that up close looked out of business. I'd already popped my clutch to find reverse when I flicked on headlights, then high beams, then braked. At 1100 hours, that cigar store Indian thing bent in the window, with jewelry all over it, appeared either some dressmaker's dummy or a possible human being. Oosh, it had definitely moved. Was she crook-backed or polychromed? Then I noticed. Her parking lot showed no tire tracks since yesterday's big rain.